Hello, hello. My name is Inferno Chris Carr, and welcome. Today we are doing D&D. It's been a bit, so whew, it's been a while. Today I am with JSR playing Claire, Comet playing Jackson, and Cheeman playing West.
Hello.
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 Now, so last time we left off, you guys killed a bunch of black-eyed children.
Yep. Yeah, we did.
Now, so quickly going over a recap. Basically, the party, hearing screams in the distance, ran into the swamp, finding a group of of children, fighting a bunch of will-o-wisp, uh, uh, fig, a bunch of creatures that appeared to be will-o-wisps. After a brief engagement, the will-o-wisps was figured out by Claire to be willow flames, in accordance with Echo relaying the information. After, but eventually the wisps decided to take their leave and leave the party with children. And after a brief
Quote unquote.
respite, the children attacked, revealing themselves to be of unnatural origins and quickly dispatched by the party. And here we lay on the aftermath. Everyone,
Oh boy.
you smell charred corpses and the fresh scent of blood in this swampy area. Looking around you, 3 corpses. One has been mauled to death by a bear. One burnt to a crisp, and the last one burnt to such a degree that the top half of the body is missing. And both dark black blood and both human blood and dark black blood lay upon the ground.
Yep, cool.
Okay.
Sorry, so I don't pass out. That's good news. Um uh I am just kind of looking around, like slowly backing away, eyes wide and watering. My mouth is gaping. It looks like I'm trying to say something, but I can't uh find the words for it. And I immediately just like run away. If I remember on the battle map before, there was like a rock behind like that tree where we killed 2 of them. I'm just gonna.
No rock, but there are big roots. Yeah, you can hide
Well,
behind.
I can hide behind something there. I'm basically just gonna like fall and curl up into a ball and just try and like not think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Anyone else doing anything?
I'm also gonna do another one. That's not. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I'm fine.
Jackson's just gonna kind of look at his hand, still with like some of the bits of the fire from the firebolt he just cast.
Yep. And I believe you did use the electronic gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So so while looking at your hands, you see a little bit of static discharge and bits of ash strewn upon your gauntlet. And the faintest smell of charred flesh.
Jackson's just gonna take off his shield and kind of spin it around and kind of look at himself in the reflection. And he's just gonna like set it there in the ground for a moment and take off his gloves and set him there as well.
All right. West, what about you?
So Wes is a very talkative person, so instead of being his usual jovial self or like joking self, he's just gonna get really quiet and like blatantly ignore both the bodies and like the bloody bears and stuff like that, and just sort of turn around and start like putting whatever is like this like out of place on him, like putting it in shape, cleaning maybe the staff that he used, just sort of acting like this doesn't matter or he's not really here in this moment.
All right. And let's see. So Claire's behind a tree, so she can't see this. Wes and Jackson, you both see Mary t- uh laying down her sword, her long sword, into the ground and just staring at the corpses. She's a bit shocked, quiet. She walks a few steps closer to one of the corpses, the one that was mauled by the bear, but stops around 10 feet away and just stares, thinking to herself.
Jackson is just going to quietly and not interrupting, just walks to where he has line of sight on both Claire and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just gonna stand there for a moment.
All
I
right.
would like to mention that I am still like covered in bite and scratch marks, like all over.
Yeah. Um. As you.
I think like most of us aren't doing anything unless someone else does. So, I
Well.
mean, I know I'm definitely
Uh,
not right now. Either time's
Uh,
passing or.
yeah. Are the bodies still there?
Yeah. They're still there.
Jackson is just gonna quiet. He's gonna take off his armor because it only takes him an action. He's just gonna magically unbind his armor off of him and set it next to his shield and his sword and his gauntlets, and he's just gonna slowly start picking up the bodies and setting them all next to each other.
Seeing you move, Mary snaps out of it and quickly assists you quietly, as if still trying to process everything. And gonna quick and after setting them down, she's gonna ask, "Should we give them a burial?"
I don't know if anyone else is gonna answer, but I feel as though Wes would give like a short no. Like they aren't. I think he's still in shock. He's like, they aren't what they seem like they were. They're not actually human, right? They're not actually little kids. They don't deserve that kind of burial. Leave them.
They still get a burial.
And I would.
They were kids once.
I think Wes would just shrug. Like, if you want to bury him, you can bury him.
Mary's just kind of looking back and forth, and then looking towards Claire. How's Claire doing?
She is still just like balled up. I'm not sure if they can actually see her behind where she's hiding, but anytime like she moves, like she kind of grimaces a little bit because like the cuts and wounds and everything. I think Echo is currently not invisible, just standing on her head, making sure while she's having an episode that she's like no one comes to like attack her or anything
Yeah.
or anything else bad happens, just in
Yeah.
case.
So as you Echo basically takes a quick sweep around, but is attempting his best to comfort you, patting your head with his gentle hands.
Tiny hand pat.
My familiar is more like a service animal than an actual like.
Um,
Jackson's just gonna quietly nod towards Miru, and Miru's just gonna start flying in a circle above where we're at.
mm-hmm. All right. So understood, sir. I'll begin surveying the lands, and takes off.
And then Jackson's gonna start taking the time and collecting firewood.
Let's wait.
Oh, I was gonna. Mary's gonna quickly interject. I can cast Sacred Flame. Well, it doesn't burn them properly. It can at least purify whatever it can.
We're doing this properly.
Understood. She's gonna go around looking for branches as well.
And as Jackson does this, he's kind of just like going into automatic mode, seeming like he's already done this multiple times before, just quietly just collecting firewood.
Mm-hmm.
So, seeing them collect firewood or whatever, I guess
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna first person west.
Yeah.
I clench my jaw. He's like sitting up. I'm sitting up on a tree, like set back, and he's watching. I'm watching, and clench my jaw, and then I sort of pivot and start collecting firewood as well. I won't touch the bodies. I won't even look at them, but I'll collect firewood.
All right. I'm guessing Claire is still behind the trees.
I'm rolling again to see how well I'm taking this.
All right.
So
Can I insight check West?
You can.
Because West seemed to like be trying to like avoid like the situation just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I want to insight.
I'm gonna do an insight check on Claire with Mary.
okay. I will say with a 14, like I'm still not like over it, but I'm at least able to like get up and observe what everyone's doing. Like West, I'm just not looking at the bodies, or
Mm.
if I ever like cross
Nope.
my eyes over them, like I linger at them and quickly like dart away.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you trying to insight on me?
Basically trying to see if you would like comfort like how you're taking it.
I'm not even like Claire doesn't seem to know like how to take this, how to deal with
Mhm.
this at all. Like whether even like having
Um
someone with her would help in the
would
first
it
place.
would it look like anything like shell shock or
Yes, definitely.
okay.
Like exactly that. In
All right.
fact.
All right. So Mary. Okay. So after collecting a bit of branches and placing it in a neat pile by the bodies, Mary's gonna walk up to you and put her hand onto your back slowly.
Okay.
Do you accept?
I flinch a little, but because I'm
Yeah.
still kind of like not fully
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm kind of looking around, like still trying to decide whether or not this is reality, basically.
All right. So you flinch. She pulls back a little bit, as if in a knowing response, and then slowly wraps her arm around your shoulder, and gives you a little hug on the side,
Mm.
and then just stands there with you.
I never wanted to experience something like this again.
Mary nods her head and says, "Same here." And lets go of you and walks back to the corpses.
Okay. I think I'm a little bit more comforted. I'm still definitely crying, but I'm a bit more in the moment now.
Echo is gonna go fly in front of your face and try to scrunch up your cheeks. Like, come on, come on, come on.
Small little sprite slap.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm trying to do that pull up smile face, but it's a bit difficult.
It's just like flying from one side of the face, like picking up one cheek and then
Yeah.
letting it drop and flying to the other one.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I'll kind of like pull back and start giggling a little bit. I'll hold out my finger for him to land on and say, "Thank you."
All right. He just gives you a nice smile, and just sits there.
I'll put him back on my shoulder and join the rest of the party.
All right.
So how does the roll work for him looking on insight on West?
Oh, you can roll a. I don't know. So do you want anything figured out or what? Or do you want to
Yeah.
just okay? I'm guessing with this is just like it's a 5. Deem whatever you see a 5 to be like able to be picked up on.
I'm
Is it a 5?
going-
Yeah, 5.
I don't understand how I get a 5, to be honest. I don't know how that equates to a 5.
It's so he rolled a d20 and then he cast guidance on himself, which gives a +4. Plus d4.
Oh, okay.
He got both really low rolls.
Well,
No,
to be
for the
fair, a 3 on a
D4, I got
D4
very
is
A
high.
3 on
good
D4
roll.
is high. A 2 on a
D20,
D20 is
however-
low.
Guidance added a +4 static. That would have been glorious.
That would be glorious, but I corrected myself.
I still want him to see more than he actually does. So I
Mm.
might give a bit more into it. But I think looking at West or looking at me with a glance is sort of just nothing. But a quicker, like a more in-depth look was notice that any glance in that direction is sort of met with like disgust. But under that disgust is like guilt and confusion.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what are the bears doing? Did you give them any commands, or are they just standing there?
They're probably just standing there.
All right, they're just doing bear things, digging the
Right.
ground and stuff.
They're not comfort animals. I can't like give me a hug.
I mean, you could.
Just tell them. I mean,
They follow your commands.
They're whatever you want them to be.
yeah, like
They,
actually.
they can attempt to perform circus tricks if need be.
make everyone
Oh my
smile.
God. As I watch everyone kind of somewhat working together to correct this horrible situation, I think I'll dry my eyes and start helping out as well.
All right. So after a little bit, you guys get enough branches to start a decent fire. The corpses have let's see. My brain's okay. So you've all do see the blood begin pooling a bit. Pure black blood just lying there. Some of the wood is getting soaked, but it doesn't seem to be causing anything on the wood.
And I will also just, since Jackson is at like half health, Jackson is like not very visibly, but if you're watching him, he kind of stops for a moment, kind of rests himself against a tree, and then just keeps pushing on, and then kind of like touches at his wound for a moment, just kind of winces, and then just keeps pushing.
All right. Who's hurt?
All of us, I think.
I don't think Mary hasn't taken damage.
Let me roll a perception check to see if I can actually see. No, I'm gonna say that's.
Like
How noticeable is it that you're still injured, Jackson?
I am literally 3 hit points away from half health.
so
There is a bite.
decent.
There's a bite mark in my neck and 2 claw marks across my chest.
Okay. Let me. I have it in my note really quickly. No, I don't. Why did I not
How
copy it in my
damaged does
note?
Claire look?
Oh, very.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Wes. I forgot. Wes also took damage. I believe Wes was down to 44 hit points.
Okay. I'm going to walk over. What's your Constitution modifier, Jackson?
+3.
+3? Okay, I'm gonna use first aid on you 3 times. So that is.
This is a custom spell I made for Claire.
Yep. You heal 20 hit points. That
Oh,
is a
nice.
shit roll.
Yeah, that is. Wow.
2 away from full.
Well, I mean, I'm glad it helped. Who else looks injured?
Wes.
What's your Constitution modifier?
+2.
+2? Okay, I'll use it on you twice then. You heal 14 health.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh yeah. So Claire also looks very damaged. So Mary's gonna clasp her hands around her holy symbol and gonna speak a few words, casting a 2nd level healing word
Oh, oh no.
on you.
um,
How? Okay, so healing word 1d4, 2d4 plus
Should be
7.
wisdom.
when
Oh,
Claire reaches,
7, what? Oh, right. Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Jackson.
when Claire reaches her hand towards Jackson, Jackson's just gonna lightly grab her hand and go, "Not now, thank you, but not now,"
Okay.
and is just gonna put her hand down.
As you put her hand down, you see the marks across her arm and stomach area begin glazing over with yellowish light, and then minor scars appear. Still, she still is decently damaged, but recovering.
Yeah, I'll look down. I'll kind of try and hide my face from Mary. I'll look down and kind of like grimace at my wounds closing up, and I let out a half-hearted thank you.
Mary just gives a nod back.
And we have a party full of healers that don't want healing.
I'm not a healer.
Mary
I just
hasn't
heal
taken
him.
damage.
Yeah, Mary hasn't taken any damage yet. All right, well, we got caught up in the healing thing. You said we had enough to actually start the fire now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am not doing the honors here, so...
And Mary does not want to use a spell slot for this.
Jackson's just gonna collect the bodies and kind of set them down gently. He's gonna like check, do they have pockets? Is there anything on them?
No. The clothing that they wear is just rags. No pockets, nothing.
He's just gonna tear a bit of their clothing from each of them and kind of set it in his pocket.
Oh wait, Mary does open her little bag on the side and take out a tinder box.
And then Jackson's going to light his torch, and then say something in Celestial.
Right?
I speak Celestial.
Yeah, Mary does as well.
You hear, "To rest, you poor souls. May this burden of life be eased into your passing." And he's going to start lighting around the makeshift pyre.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll be like standing a bit further back. Just again, I'll watch the fire, but not the bodies, and I definitely don't want to get anywhere near the scent.
Comet.
Yes.
After you finish saying that in Celestial, you hear back in Celestial from somewhere to your right. You really don't need to do that for them. Everyone, make a perception check.
Oh, I'm great at those. 5. I keep up my streak at never rolling above a 10.
Perception 4, okay.
18.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, who said it?
Greetings.
Gotta beat him up.
DMPC.
All right. Looking over, let's see. So, Jackson and Claire, you two look to your right. You only see dense foliage and trees. Wes and Mary, the two of them notice a pretty squat figure hiding up in the trees, a good distance away, looking and getting a good discerning look at him. It appears to be a shorter figure wearing a green cloak over him. Let's see. Yeah, so he's wearing a green cloak with a very dark brown studded leather armor underneath, and holding a crossbow in his hand. And Mary is gonna... Wes, do you do anything with this information?
Seeing the man in the trees.
Does it speak Vietnamese?
Definitely no Celestial, so who knows?
Well, I don't know Celestial, so I hear him speak, and I think still being in like really time mood, I look at him in the tree, and I look at Jackson, and I look back at the man in the tree, and I'm like, okay, do you see him? Like, do you see that man right there?
Do I see him now that West is kind of like looking
pointing
clearly?
it out? You definitely begin seeing the figure. You can't really discern as much because they're pretty covered, but you can definitely see the shape of the figure.
And then after pointing him out,
I'm gonna say I still don't see him.
Claire's just like,
I rolled a 5.
Yeah,
like, I did not
Claire
see
is
them.
squinting as hard as she can, but nah, she can't see. She only sees the trees and stuff. She thought she saw something, and then nope. That's just some tree branches. Anyways, Mary also points him out.
Jackson's just gonna say in Celestial, "Who are you? Get out of the trees."
Fine. You hear you see the figure jump down and the crackling of tree branches, and then a figure walks out, crossbow in hand. It is a halfling. 1 second. You see a halfling with pulling back their hood with a little so let's see. You see a pretty lean, muscular halfling with long straight hair tied into a ponytail and light brown eyes, with some scars on his face. He appears decently armed with a heavy crossbow, light crossbow, and a short sword. You can also see that he's wearing some interesting goggles on his head. And
it's another DMPC.
And just begins approaching. So those things are new.
I would like to mention at this point, Echo does go invisible.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot to make a perception check with... oh well.
Miru is also, Jackson, Miru is gonna land on your shoulders and
As soon as
staring at.
Miru tries, Jackson's gonna send up. Nope, keep circling.
Uh, and he just dipping. You notice him dip down, but go back up. Circling. Understood, sir. But I highly doubt that I have not been noticed.
It's fine. I still need your eyes.
Understood. So what are you all doing out here?
What are you doing out here?
Oh, this is our backyard.
Your backyard?
Yeah.
What, do you hang out with the sugar plum fairies?
No, but I work with the Knights of Red.
Insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
All right,
I'm
anyone?
rolling great on these D4s.
Anyone else wants to roll an insight check?
I'll leave that up to someone else.
All right.
A little bit higher wisdom.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with Mary.
A wisdom
I got 20.
roll.
I got
Poor.
a 20.
All right. So Jackson, you aren't quite sure. This guy just showed up at random.
This random A.
Yeah,
this random
he
a-hole.
could, for all
This
you
random
know,
guy.
he could just be a bandit or something else that just came
This
up.
this random guy.
Wes, you definitely see his confidence, and it doesn't seem misplaced. And you are pretty sure he's telling the truth by just his stature and the confidence on this halfling's face.
Either that or he's just really cocky.
That is true.
Haven't the Knights of been? Sorry. Wow. I'm sorry. Haven't the Knights of Red been inactive for years now?
Years? We've only been inactive for what? Half a year? Well,
A year and a half?
a year and a half.
Wait, do I have that wrong? Or
Uh,
I forgot to
this
put
is
it down in my
again.
notes.
all right.
I have it as a year and a
Yeah,
half.
but yeah, we've been a bit busy with a thing in our basement.
What sort of thing?
That's a need-to-know basis.
Jackson's just gonna walk away from this conversation and go to grab his armor and equipment and just kind of walk a few feet into the woods.
Now I'm gonna ask all of you, what are you all doing here?
We were investigating a missing children's case from I forgot the town name again.
Dundal?
Dundal. Yep. I keep thinking Durandal. Okay.
What is that? I know it's a actual.
I don't know where it's from.
Yeah.
I know it's a thing. I don't know where it's from.
Anyways.
Well, this. I kind of trail off as I gesture to the fire we lit.
Anyways, I might as well also investigate whatever those three things were. Oh wait, they're on fire. That's gonna be annoying to report back to the scholars, but oh well. And then gonna look, and then after scratching his head for a bit, he's gonna give you all a quick glare, like trying to get you guys to come on, say why you're here.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. Durandal is apparently a sword of a legendary paladin in a French epic, but we would probably know it from the Durandal sword that is a sword whip in Terraria.
I believe it's a Knight of Charlemagne, isn't it?
Is a sword of Roland.
Yep, a Knight of Charlemagne.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't remember the round table, the Knights of the Round Table counterpart.
Yep. Anyway.
Anyways, continuing. A little bit of a history lesson.
Yep, you're welcome.
But yeah,
I'm gonna make a concentration check.
oh yeah, Comet.
Yes.
I mean, not Comet. Jackson, you
Yes.
I'm still spaced out.
taking a look at the heavy crossbow this person's carrying. It's odd. It seems to have two separate what is it called? Bow parts?
Propulsion.
Like the two
The bowstring.
the bowstrings.
Mhm.
There seems to be two of them. Not connected to a single one, but seems to be connected to two different parts. As if it can shoot twice.
Sorry, do you say it was a halfling or a gnome?
Halfling.
Halfling.
Okay, never mind. Really thinking we were about to encounter Eureka.
Anyways. Now come on, I don't have all day. What are you all here for?
Jackson's not there.
I'm still spaced out.
Oh wait, no, you did. Correction, you guys did state what you were here for. Okay.
Wait, I told him about
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
That's
All
why
right.
I'm spaced out. Wait a minute.
Yeah. All right. Then. I guess we're gonna have to sit and wait for a little bit. You see him reach down into a pouch, pulling out a small rock, and placing it onto his temple. Just sits there for a little bit.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading a spell really quickly.
He's also gonna walk back to one of the trees on the other side to give get some distance from you guys.
Okay, nope. Still spaced out.
Well, yeah, Mary seeing you kind of spaced out is gonna walk up and like, hey, are you good?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I thought about it again. I'm gonna turn to the halfling. You said you wanted to investigate them?
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly cast prestidigitation on the fire to snuff it out.
Oh, well, thank you, lady. And just walks up.
I'll kind of like silently nod.
Stowing away the heavy crossbow, he takes out a little knife and begins just looking them over. And then
If at any point he starts like cutting into them, I'm gonna immediately like turn and walk away until I can't hear the sound of them anymore.
all right. Looking at it, he's just like, nothing I can look at without messing things up. I guess I'm gonna have to wait for dawn. He just stows away the knife. So you're all looking for the missing children, right?
Yes.
All right. You can see him cross his arms and then thinking as if like wondering what he should say. Wes, you doing anything?
Wes is I am listening and stuff like that, but Wes I am still very quiet.
Right.
I'm just observing. I'm an observer right now.
All right.
I think at this point I'm gonna go talk to Jackson because he did deny some pretty hefty healing earlier. I just want to make sure he's okay. So I'm gonna walk away from the inspection of these dead bodies that I don't want to be a part of in the first place, and I'm just gonna walk over to him. I'm imagining you have cast off armor pretty much.
Yes.
All right, you're typing in. Okay.
Nope. All right. So Claire, as you're kind of walking towards where Jackson walked off to, you hear the sound of someone punching a tree, and you realize it's Jackson with his gauntlets on, just thunder gauntleting the tree repetitively.
And then and then from the halfling you hear, "Well, someone's got some issues."
I went far.
Yeah.
It's thunder gauntlets, though.
Yeah, they don't. They only make a. They don't
Do
make
you
a noise.
They don't? Hmm.
No.
I'm imagining like cracking a tree makes a
I'm-
loud noise.
Well,
So
cracking a tree, yes.
I mean, this guy also has good perception, so. And if Claire can hear it, I'm pretty sure.
well, I'm walking towards
Yeah.
him.
There's also walking up on me.
Yeah.
Either way, I'll kind of like jump as I hear like the cracking,
Mhm.
but I'll continue to walk. I'm gonna wait for you to finish.
And then also, so you see his shield and his spear, but then you also see a new item. You see a helmet, just kind of sitting there, neatly organized, right next to his shield and spear.
All right.
Where is
I'm kind of just
Mary?
gonna be waiting and like I'm gonna be waiting next to like a bush or another tree or something, waiting for you to calm down, finish whatever outburst you're having. At this point, I kind of figure like that's kind of what you did for me when I was having a meltdown, so I'll give you the same courtesy.
Jackson's just gonna end with one last punch and just kind of massage his hand for a moment. And then say again in Celestial. Just had to be me. Had to be me that made the final blows on both of them.
And also to answer West, Mary is off in like is in the clearing, but is off away from the corpses, just fidgeting with her holy symbol.
Okay, so I guess everyone is a bit split up right now, considering.
Yeah.
I think at this moment, Wes drops his shoulders. He's just like, he goes from being very stoic to being obviously conflicted and like sort of hurt and frustrated.
Bit tired.
Now that everyone, yeah, and tired. Now that everyone is like gone, and he's probably gonna go take a walk. Like everyone's gone, no one knows. I'm gonna dip.
I like how we're all splitting up to take walks in this haunted swamp alone at the near nightfall. Like,
well, Miru's also out and circling. So
I mean,
you definitely saw me coming then.
Mary's still in the area with the corpses.
I rolled a 2 purposefully to be like, even if not purposely rolled a 2, but I rolled a d20 to see if one, if Jackson would notice, and then 2, if Jackson would care if Miru, or even notice that Miru telepathically told him something.
Oh, okay.
And I got a 2, so he didn't notice Jack.
Okay. Then, yeah, I'm imagining you just like standing in front of the broken tree, and I'll. I don't think I'm getting close to you right now, honestly. But I will say, are you doing all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. And he kind of takes off his gauntlets.
I'm not even gonna roll insight on that. I totally don't believe that.
Yeah, and I looks at his gauntlets. I'm gonna repair that.
It looks pretty dusty. And it's a bit. The helmet looks a bit dusty and has a few dents in it.
Oh, I was talking about my gauntlet.
Oh, gauntlet. Never mind.
He just punched down a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of brushes off his gauntlets and kind of tosses them towards his shield.
It seems all of us have had an adverse effect to this quest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much I could help with anyone else's problems, but at the very least, I'd like to make sure none of your injuries get infected or anything. It's
all right. I know to take care of my wounds. War is a good teacher.
If you insist, but if it gets too much, if you have trouble sleeping, please let me know. Really wouldn't be any trouble for me.
My wounds aren't going to be what causes me to have problems sleeping.
Yes, I'm Sorry. I'm not all here right now.
Oh no, it's all right. I understand.
I'm not sure how much that what the halfling says is true, but if you would like, I can restart the fire after we're done here.
Oh, part of me was contemplating on restarting it right now.
No. Well,
Uh,
I'd
no,
rather not go back. I don't want to look at them again.
I can just firebolt it.
All right.
So how are you doing with this?
Honestly,
He says as he kind of like motions towards the trees and roots, and he kind of goes over to sit on one and kind of grabs his flask.
I don't have a flask, damn.
Well, I'm not drinking alone, so I have a spare cup.
All right. I'll go and sit next to you. Um Honestly, if it weren't for Mary and Echo, I think I'd still be hiding behind the roots right now.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think Echo would drop his invisibility again.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Echo. It's actually my first
He
time
just gives you a
seeing him.
wave.
Yeah. It's actually my first time seeing him, actually.
Echo does take
Yeah.
a quick look around and sees a little bit of toad, like a little bit of fungus, and just sits on it.
All right.
Little mushroom chair.
Yeah, little mushroom chair.
He's meant to keep me safe. I don't
Mm-hmm.
fight anything myself, so
I get a small leaf cup and I put a dab of alcohol. I'm kidding.
Yeah. After you
um
say to protect you, Echo looks proud. Like puffs up his chest. Yep.
Yep. It's like, oh yeah.
I swore to myself I'd never cause harm to another living creature, so he kind of helps me if I ever get into trouble that needs a violent solution.
And you hear a slight tap on Echo's chest as he thumps it.
He's very prideful, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, he comes from the Feywild.
Obvious, yeah. Brides are like fucking warriors,
Yeah,
so
straight to the Warriors. They like
yeah.
they will fuck shit up. They have no cares. They will on-site things.
You said you were giving her some alcohol, or
Yeah, he kind of walks over towards his bag and pulls out 2 cups and kind of pours a bit of his flask into each.
I'll kind of gesture to his flask. Is that all you have on you?
Yes, because as it's mostly tea in my, I have like tea leaves in my bag, but
All right. I'll
right now
sip
all
at
I have
it.
is my flask.
I'll sip at it slowly. I'm not gonna. Okay.
You know, I envy you
Why is that?
to make the decision not to fight.
I've caused enough harm in this world.
Yeah,
Anything more, and I would probably wouldn't allow myself to stand here today.
yeah, I understand that. There's a lot of death involved in war.
I wasn't. I was mostly secluded for most of the war, but I think I got my fair share of violence during it as well.
And almost all of them innocent.
Most definitely.
All right. Now, West, what are you doing currently? So you've walked into the woods a bit.
Yeah.
Mary does see you walk away, but she just leaves you.
At least maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I find a nice big old tree. I'm sitting underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, Wes is just quiet right now. There's no dialogue, no outward dialogue right now. So there's nothing that could like be observed. But it's obvious that if anyone was to watch Wes at this point in time, he's completely dropped the stoic look, and he's feeling a lot of like almost panic attack levels of thought, like going over what could have happened, what he could have did, and then also just sort of flashbacks. It makes him feel a certain way, thinking about like certain past events, and he's really struggling to fight it.
All right. Okay. Would that be it?
Yeah.
All right. I won't be saying what Mary's doing since no one sees Mary currently.
Yep, no one currently sees Mary.
Anyways, back to Jackson. You hear in your head Miru speak to you. Sir, there seems to be a armored figure approaching.
What is he wearing?
They seem to be wearing plate armor. Large plate armor. Black. Gold accents? Possibly.
Weapons.
A large greatsword. More like a
What
long
time
sword.
is it right now?
Right now, it's about noon at this point.
Okay.
Maybe a little past.
Okay. We did not take a lot of time to set up a pyre. All right.
Looks like
Someone's experienced in that. But yeah, continue. Sir, they seem to have taken notice of me.
all right, Miro. Thank you. We're on our way. Jackson is just gonna kind of finish the rest of his drink and then look towards Claire. Well, time to put on the happy face. We can complain more about this during a long rest. And he kind of grabs his shield and spear and his helmet.
Yeah, I'll throw back the rest of my drink quickly too, and I'll get ready with you.
And then, as Jackson goes to put on his helmet, it kind of looks like it kind of just teleports to onto his head and then forms.
All right. I mean, I'm kind of just following you, so.
Yep. And then also to describe his helmet, because I originally didn't plan on him having a helmet. His helmet is somewhat like the Greco-Roman helmets.
Okay.
Just no floof, and then in the center there is a Oni mask.
Oh, all right.
And then as it kind of fully forms on, he kind of waves his hand over the mask portion, and it just vanishes. All right, let's get going.
And I'm guessing you're both heading back to the group?
Yep. He's gonna invisible on my shoulder again.
Right.
Miru I will also tell Miru, find the others, collect them.
Understood, sir. And,
Avengers Assemble.
Avengers!
Yeah, Miru... So, after a little bit, Wes, you hear the sounds of mechanical gears clicking. And, Miru... And turning, you see Miru. West, please meet back at the site of the children.
Miru! Miru!
Oh no, Miru!
Buddy, I understand
So-
it's a construct, but buddy...
An armored figure is approaching.
Okay. I went.
Oh my
Like,
God.
first of all, Miru appearing while I'm in this state, bad. Miru saying that, went. so bad. Like he got hit in the chest, kind of went. He's
Oh
like,
god.
okay.
Miru, buddy.
I like how like all of us already don't like or trust Miru, and he just does not make it better for himself.
No, he doesn't.
Nope.
Maybe I can make a homunculus. Maybe.
Oh no, it's just
Good luck.
Miru with flesh.
No, oh no,
Better
please
not
no.
be. I'd make it.
Anyways,
Oh god.
Jackson kind of walks up, and kind of walks over towards the halfling. Name's Jackson.
well,
And
hello
extends
there.
his hand out.
He just puts his hand out, looking up to you. So Dawn's gonna be coming by shortly. Big armored lady, all black.
Oh, she's almost here then.
And as if speaking of the devil itself, you see in coming out of the shadows a large hulking, darkly armored figure, just walking out. And it's kind of odd because in the swamp, it's not suggested to wear plate armor, but it just looks like they're just walking normally.
It's not suggested to wear any heavy armor.
No.
Yeah. How are you not thinking, my
Oh yeah, also this person is very tall. About, let's see, about 7'4".
Oh, very tall.
Yes, very
Okay.
tall, and in very big plate armor.
All I want to do is see.
God damn it.
Blah 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 blah. Copyright not
Yeah.
needed. Not.
You got 6
Nah.
seconds. Make the best of it.
Anyways,
6 seconds, make the most.
hello. As you hear a slightly bit echoey voice come out of the armor.
Hi.
Approaching, she extends a decently large hand, and then right, and then you see her shadow, move a little bit, and then out forms a humanoid, a human. Declare a familiarly looking human.
Oh no. Who is this?
Would you like to make a history check?
Sure.
I'll roll a history for Echo
Oh boy.
as well.
Okay, I rolled a 13.
I don't know what Echo's.
History is intelligence, so it gets a +2.
All right, so that's a
Send the
7.
rest-
7.
Definitely recent. And then taking a little bit of thinking, she looks like the person in one of the pictures. Right.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
she appears to be a just shadowy version of of that one humanoid standing next to their twin. Twin brother, like a
Oh.
brother, yeah.
I was about to say it's too soon for this. I'm still at 28.
You see the shadowy bit just peek out, as if doing I'm hiding thing, and then it'll just come out and then you hear the voice coming from the shadow. This should work better. And extends her hand out. Hello, I'm Don Gorwell.
I was so scared.
It's okay. I was
Gotta
scared
keep
for
you
you.
people on your
my
toes.
Gosh.
I was
I
scared
was
for you.
prepared for a fucking fight. Oh my god.
It's okay. Me and you both were.
Don't scare me like that. If I recognize someone, that's usually a bad thing.
Jackson's gonna extend out his hand. Name's Jackson.
Oh, nice to meet you, Jackson.
You can call me
Apologies for
Ajax if you
my
want.
partner. And then you just hear a quick, tough air just escape. I never said the
Okay.
halfling's name.
Nope.
No, you did not. He never introduced himself to us.
I introduced myself to him. Did he give me his name?
Name's Norrison Bodrick.
Do I recognize the name?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Oh, right, he works at the Knight in Red. He wouldn't be one of the kids. Okay.
Listen, Nick, I know he's a halfling and all, but
Oh my god. I'll kind of look at the shadowy figure. Weren't you one of the kids that went missing?
The shadowy figure.
Yeah, that's the one you said I recognized, right?
Correction. Okay, it was a picture from a photo in stronghold.
in the stronghold. Okay.
Oh, in the stronghold.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I thought it was one of the missing kids.
No, not a
Okay.
missing kid.
I was about to say,
This is a full-grown adult.
I was about to say, are the Knights of Ren recruiting children soldiers?
Okay, yeah, no, I've completely misunderstood that. Okay.
And man, the progress on this child soldier. Already able to summon shadows. And wearing heavy armor.
Okay, in that case, I don't think I'm gonna say anything, honestly.
Yeah, Twilight Domain cleric sorcerers exist.
Yeah, oh, let me take a quick look on those. Ooh.
Does West arrive back at this point, or?
Hmm?
Does
Wes
arrive back?
is
Yes,
back by
I
this
think I'm
point.
back.
Okay.
Wes, you currently see a interesting scene. Large hulking armor, a shadowy person, and yeah. Also, so for Jackson, touching the shadow, it's a bit weird because it feels like it's not supposed to be there, but you could definitely touch something when you shake the hand.
Does my hand kind of like partially go through it and then grabs on?
Not go through, but more like like shadow wraps around a little bit, like if it was black fire.
Make a concept. Oh crap!
Or smoke. But yeah. Anyways, apologies. We should probably So Norrison, what are there? Why are they here? Oh, they're here for looking for missing children. Our apologies. We've been preoccupied for the last year and a half with one of our jobs, I guess. You all look worse for wear. Would you like to come to the stronghold and rest a bit?
The stronghold, and Jackson kind of looks back towards the stronghold we just came from. That stronghold?
Yes. We haven't tidied up in a long time.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, wasn't there like a room full of bones that I saw there?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like, what do you mean a long time? There are bones.
Weren't there's a room full of bones there. I'm not entirely sure how comfortable I would feel sleeping there.
That would be Nora's room. She's a goblin. She likes collecting bones.
I see. We might have to wrap up here in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cheeman's about to have to go.
All right. So all right, the corpses. Need to bring those along too. I guess I can handle that. And you just see the armor begin moving again. And picks up each of the bodies and just has them in the arms like a cradle.
I shudder violently at the sight of this.
Jackson's just gonna put his hand on Claire's shoulder and just pat it there for a moment and then put it down.
Dawn, taking notice, is like, "Oh, apologies. I should probably attempt to explain what they are. From what I can tell, they're not human. They probably aren't even of this world, honestly. We would have to examine them a bit more back in the stronghold before we could give you conclusive information. But my guess, undead or aberration.
It's more the fact that they resemble children. It hits a little bit too close to home for me.
And Dawn just gives you a nod.
I'm not making eye contact. I'm looking at the ground while I say that.
All right. We should probably all get going then. I'll have the armor begin. I'll start moving up a bit more if the bodies are a bit distressing. Norrison, could you guide them back? Ah, sure thing. Now, come on, let's get moving. And the shadow goes back into the Dawn Shadow goes right back into being Dawn Shadow, and she begins bolting forward and runs pretty fast ahead of you guys.
Okay.
And I'm guessing you all follow?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, there's not much else I can do.
All right.
I choose to stay in the swamp where all the massacre happened.
Well,
I choose to stay near the death.
well, so you guys. So basically, how it's going is the armor is walking in the front. Dawn's shadow is back out and basically speaking to you guys as you guys walk. So about the children, they should be safe. As long as they follow the willow flames into a certain area. Let's see. Do you have any questions while we walk?
Are there will-o-wisps in the swamps as well, or no?
Yes, but those are generally kept in control for the most part by the willow flames. We occasionally walk out too, but there might be a slight increase.
And we've also heard that there have been undead popping up, which is rare
Right.
for this.
So due to us being inactive, we haven't been able to close some of the rifts and such. So,
Rifts?
To the Shadowfell.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So the darker energies from the Shadowfell have probably been seeping out and well, animating the dead, for a lack of a better word.
As far as the people in town know, there are only about 5 of you left. Or is there any more than that, or?
Oh, well, let's see. So, 5, 2... Hold up, 1 second. Right now, yeah, currently only 5 of us. We should be getting a member back in about a few weeks.
I did have that in my notes. Okay.
Also, do you ever unsummon Miru, Jackson?
No, but Miru is on the cusp of the 100-foot command presence.
All right. Also, Jackson, your bird?
Sure.
Right. What's that thing about? Looks pretty mechanical.
The bird is 100 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, he also saw it because it had to go get Mary.
Oh, right. It's a construct.
Did you make it? Dawn quickly asks. A bit
Ah,
excited, honestly.
with some help.
Hmm.
It was more of like a fever dream.
Oh. Do
I,
you
I'd,
see
I'd
visions?
give. Uh, nah, not anymore. I used to, but
Hmm.
most of them were just about stuff I wanted to make.
We had two members who could see visions. Lady Yazga and Alniri. Both are wizards. Well, one's a wizard, the other's a cleric. Both were able to see visions.
Hmm.
Helped out a good bit, honestly.
Do I recognize either of those names? I only ask because I know we heard about a fortune teller in town.
Mm-hmm. No. I mean,
Okay.
you could try rolling a history check with disadvantage.
I mean, if I don't know about them, then I wouldn't know about them. I'm specifically asking maybe if they're in town.
Hmm.
I just have a note in here about the golden eyes trait.
Ah, yeah.
So, no.
Yeah. So walking around. So as you guys get back, you see the castle still appears as it normally is, but lights are on. You see there has been light inside some of
All
the
right.
windows. Some of the curtains are also open at this point, and you see people just doing stuff like cleaning up and stuff.
Oh, so we
Uh,
just got there at the wrong time. All right.
but yeah. One of the windows are still shuttered closed, though.
Okay. I mean, we're just gonna keep following
Mm-hmm.
them.
Basically, you guys enter through. Looking in, it's still kind of a mess, but it's getting cleaned up. You see a spell. You see a high elven lady just moving her hands as if she's controlling something, and you see a bunch of objects that are animated moving about and cleaning up.
Got it. Do not pick a fight in this area.
Oh,
Hmm.
and then she
Stop it,
quickly takes
Patrick.
note.
Stop it. He's already dead.
Quickly taking notice of everyone entering. Oh, hello. I believe these are the guests. Dawn gives a quick nod. And the armor points at the bodies. Right. Please bring them downstairs. And walking up to all of you. Hello, I am Yazga of Soferia. Claire, please do roll history.
History? Okay.
Yes.
History is a +1. 18.
18. All right. Um. So
Man, that one
Sophera.
deleted episode where I explored this entire place with Echo is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
coming in handy for me
Yeah.
this time.
So Soferia, it's familiar. You would know it's a very old elven name.
Okay.
You believe it's a location, like a really old location.
What else would I assume it to be? Wait, what?
But yeah, thinking through, it's familiar, but you can't exactly pinpoint like where you learned it from
Okay.
or what it exactly is about. But the name sounds familiar for sure.
Okay.
And basically she continues on. I am the first scholar of Red. Apologies for the current state of things. We've just gotten out of the basement. Also, we don't really have food currently, so we can't provide any refreshments or anything of the such. And
It's a good berry.
but yeah,
We have a druid.
yeah.
We have a druid good berry.
Yep.
Indeed.
Taking a look at her, she is well dressed, wearing a very nice robe. Hair tied back. Hair's tied back into like a bun. Pretty fair skin. And looks relatively young, but it's a high elf. You have no clue their age.
Right.
And
How old does she look?
Hmm?
How old does she look?
You wanna okay? Roll perception.
Oh wait, yeah.
I'm married to an elf. 16.
Probably past her late 200s.
All right.
Like pretty old.
That's not pretty old. They live for later.
I mean, pretty old for your standards.
I'm
Did you
sorry,
write
my
down
kids.
the age of your wife? Actually.
No, Jackson never asked.
Exactly.
Okay.
Jackson likes his life.
Wife is definitely the the one who wears the pants in the family.
Yeah, it's like a modern relationship.
Anyways, continuing on. I guess take a seat, and you can see that some of the brooms are pushing chairs into place, and just continuing to sweep and clear out the cobwebs and
Oh,
such.
this is Fantasia. Okay.
Except, actually, not out of control.
Hmm.
All right.
And not
I think
flooding.
that now that like we're out of the swamp and all the bodies have been moved away from me, I'm like visibly less tense.
Yeah. Also, Norrison is gonna pipe up. Do we have any alcohol for these fine folk? Oh, Yazga's going, oh, we do in fact have alcohol.
Jackson kind of perks up, huh?
I also look noticeably more excited.
Mary is normal, and Wes is does Wes drink? F.
I don't know. Sheila never said.
Wes is interested. I'd leave it at that.
Well, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
We have
the
some
dad of the
vintages.
group.
Norrison, can you go get what is there? I haven't checked in a long time. Let's see. Go get a Gold Crossing Red, please. Ah, all right. And just you see Norrison just walk off. And coming down the stairs. And then looking out towards so Claire remembering the courtyard area, she sees a goblin walk in with let's see, hold up 1 second. I should have a no, I don't. Okay. Correction, not a goblin. My mistake. A pretty tall and lanky figure walk in. Looking highly pale and pretty tired. Someone in their late 20s. A human with short red hair with a beard and mustache and light blue eyes. Oh, hello. We have guests. For clothing, he wears a gold gilded breastplate with dark brown trousers with some black leather gloves and steel greaves.
Okay.
And has a hooded red robe with gold embroidering over top of everything. I'll excuse myself, and just walks back out. Oh, that would be Reginald, one of our older members here. Oh wait, Reginald, please tell Nora to behave herself. Understood. And a little short sigh as he walks off.
Fall off the wall.
Did I see any like kind of dining room anywhere like I could sit without being in the way of all the cleaning?
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
Basically, there's like a short little kitchen area.
Okay.
That's like been cleaned up for you guys to sit.
Okay,
Mary
yeah.
is just quiet for a good bit. Just trying to take in the sights. While excited, she does seem a bit somber.
Okay.
And Wes is clearly quite excited, but less somber as than Mary.
I am anxiously waiting to basically drink myself blackout drunk.
Mm-hmm. And as you sit down, you see Norrison come up with a decently fancy wine bottle.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, all right, and off with
Man,
the
they
cork.
weren't lying when they said vintage.
Yeah, looking at it, it looks pretty old. It is nicely wrapped in a nice foil. Anyways, for our guest, as he places it onto a counter and grabs a few tankards and plops them down.
How big is this wine bottle?
Hmm?
How big is this wine bottle? Wait.
Let's well, let's see. Well, they only have tankards,
Oh, okay.
or currently Norrison can only reach the tankards because you can see that on the countertops, like in the cabinets above, there are wine glasses, just that he can't reach them currently, and he doesn't feel like climbing.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and grab each of us
Oh, fancy that!
wine glass. Sorry, if you give me a cup that big, I'll definitely drink all of it.
Ah, gives you a nice
kinda-
slap on the back.
Yeah, I'm currently scratching at my knuckles.
All right, but yeah, Norrison just gives you a nice slap on the back.
Jackson's gonna flick Claire's hand.
Yeah. All right.
And Mary's just gonna quickly put up her hand. I don't drink. All right, one last glass, more for the rest of us. And then you see Yugsa is just like, never, as if she's dealt with this exact situation multiple times.
Does Mary look uncomfortable?
No,
Mary-
she just appears a bit tired.
Okay.
So I'm guessing Jackson and Claire just split this entire wine bottle
I mean,
right now.
Norrison is joining you.
Oh, well then I'm guessing we're all sharing this wine
Me,
bottle.
you, and the halfling, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So from what I've heard, it's rather difficult to get drunk off of wine.
Yes.
Is that true? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm probably not getting drunk
You're probably
here,
not.
but
Tipsy at most.
yeah, probably.
But yeah, so after pouring a decent amount from Norrison,
All the way to the top.
like just slightly below, but a bit too much for what a wine glass should be holding for
definitely.
proper etiquette. But basically there's like a good quarter left after giving you all a full top off. Like, right. First drink in a long time. And just clinks Claire's glass and then just downs it.
All right, I'm gonna say like as he tinks my glass, it's already halfway up to my mouth. So I'm not fully expecting it. So, and then I'll pretty much in the same vein as him, just like down it as
Yep.
as quickly as I can.
I'm guessing Jackson would like to follow suit.
there's a part where Jackson's like, where it kind of like clicks in his brain. Oh, do I repeat bad habits or yeah? And he just chugs.
All right, so the two of you, you already rolled your cons.
Oh, I have not rolled Constitution yet.
Alright.
No.
But yeah, since you're all just downing them, yeah, you're gonna roll con.
18. I'm not
18.
drunk. Damn it. Eh.
Yeah, either
20.
you're drunk.
Like I said, Jackson's repeating bad habits.
Yep.
Yoink.
But yeah, downing it, it is nice. It's cool. It's refreshing. It has a very nice fruity taste.
Is it better or worse than Iris's? Is
It
it better or worse than
I mean,
Iris's?
it is. You can definitely taste the age in it. It is
Okay.
very good wine.
Okay,
A bit
that's
of
fine.
you can. There's like a bit of sweetness to it with a very nice. What is it? Pomegranate. So so it is very. You can tell it's probably highly expensive at the time it was bought, and it's just refreshing. It's and let's see. The two of you would get a plus. You get a bonus +1 to your charisma modifiers.
Oh,
nice.
nice. All right.
Let's see. The next 8 hours.
Oh, well, we're about to take a long rest, so that doesn't matter.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I'll wait to see if anyone else takes the last of the bottle, and if no
Mhm.
one else does, then I'll go for it because we all kind of drank immediately.
Right.
We all just kind of stare at each other,
So yeah.
just like trying to figure out who's gonna be the one to grab.
And then after a little bit, so after taking a all chug, you all just stare at each other, trying to figure out who's gonna take the last swig, and
Jackson's gonna nod his head between the two of them.
Norrison just grabs it since no one's
Yep.
going for it, and just downs it,
That's fair. Yep.
and he's downing it like it's
Chug, chug, chug,
Yep.
chug.
and just like that hits the spot.
Jackson's then just gonna reach into his back pocket and pull out his flask of much harder
Mm-hmm.
and just take a swig and put it back in his pocket.
Well, I'd better get back to cleaning my room. And he gets up and goes.
I mumble a curse under my breath for not filling up my flask at Iris's.
But yeah, basically the three of you have been left alone for a bit. You see that the animated objects have decided to move on to the next few rooms. And Yugs is walked off somewhere.
It's still it's not late, is it? Like it's still
No, it's like a good bit past noon, but not too late.
Well, the people said that the children would follow the willow flames to an area. We just gotta figure out where this area is.
And as you say this, you hear some steps coming up the stairs, surprisingly light steps, and then and then all you turn to see coming up from behind a counter a skeleton.
Oh.
Jackson's just gonna stare at the skeleton.
Mario at this point is grabbing her holy symbol you see a holy fire begin appearing in her hands.
Hold on.
Is this one of the just with the knights or
And then you hear and it just turns to you guys cocks its head and then you hear Dawn's voice come out of it. Oh, apologies. Right, yes. This is awkward.
yes, would you care to explain?
Yeah, and then she continues walking up. As she walks up all the way, you can see her full body which is that of a skeleton with a leather wrapping around the rib cage and what appears to be silver joints. Give me a second. Like let's see. So around the joints you see like there's silver filling, just making it all smooth. So nothing and then also she is pretty tall still as a skeleton, like 6'5". And you see besides the wrapped ribcage, you see arm length leather gloves and some foot wrappings around her feet. This is what I normally am. Let's just say that as she just touches the back of her head, let's just leave it as a curse.
I'll slowly nod at it.
I've just been used to walking around like this. So yeah, do apologize. I'm gonna go to my room now. And she
I'll kind of stop her before she walks off. Where can we lie down? Today's been a bit much.
Right. There's a guest room down the hall. You just need to pull on a torch, and it'll just flip a wall. It's the torch right next to the wall by the end of the hall.
I'll nod at her and I'll get up and start walking towards it.
Right. Mary's gonna also get up and she doesn't have the holy fire anymore, but is still holding the holy symbol. Is just like quickly
Just
following,
staring down the skeleton. Just
yeah.
no.
She's just gonna walk with you.
Okay.
Strange place.
Yeah. It's starting to make a little bit more sense now that I see the residents, but it was definitely weird seeing this place empty.
Agreed. And passing through the courtyard, you see Yazga just doing something with trying to fix up the area because it is a bit overgrown. And you see a little goblin just dragging, like just putting bones out onto the front balcony area.
Oh, nice.
And then after seeing you guys, just ducks into her room.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just going straight for the guest room. I'm like too many emotions today. If I feel another one, I'm going to explode. Pretty much.
And Jackson.
The wine didn't even get me buzzed.
Yeah, no.
So I'm just.
And Jackson, you are currently in a room with a skeleton.
Oh, I'm still in the dining room, right?
Yeah, you didn't follow.
No, I didn't. Jackson's just gonna fully retract his helmet into his armor and then cast off his armor, and so he's just in his button-up shirt and he's just kind of sitting there at the table, just kind of.
Oh, you can do that too. Casting off your armor.
Yeah.
Is it something to do with the armor, or do you have some ability or connection?
Oh, I have inscribed runes and I'll like start unfolding the armor and I'll start showing like the specific runes I have carved into it.
I see.
And then there's also these gauntlets, which I will be changing out soon. I'll actually probably do that now since we have a bit of free time.
Okay.
But these deal a bit of extra oomph behind their punch.
I see. Man, I'm not used. Is it fair to say that this is Tendoken technology? You don't really see this stuff around Terrastov. And yes, it would be for Jack. It would be Tindoken based
Yeah,
technology.
okay. Uh, it is Tendoken based, just a little bit of my own flair and style on it.
I see, I see. Apologies, I don't really mess with tinkering and stuff. I never had the chance to. I mostly work with smithing and some other hobbies.
Oh, I do smithing as well.
Ah, interest. Nice. I'm guessing you made the armor yourself?
Yeah, my dad owned blacksmith back at the
I see.
town we live.
In the basement, we have a pretty good, decent sized forge that we've been
Hmm.
using to make stuff. Huh. Right. We also need to buy food. Probably should do that tomorrow. Uh. Oh right. I forgot. So about the children.
Yes.
We could probably leave around let's see, late, like early, like really early into the morning, before sunrise, and follow some of the willow flames uh to the location.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the rest of them are crashing right now. They're heading to bed, so
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be up early in the morning anyways.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back down to the basement and make sure everything's checked up. And at this point, Yezga comes in. But we will cut it here for now and return to Claire and Mary.
All right. Well, she just said to walk down to the end and pull the torch, so I
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah, so walking down to the end, you see the torch and pull it. Uh, you see the door, so and the wall in front of you begins to pull apart and retract into the floor. And entering, you see a decently furnished room. Um, it's not the most clean. Like there's dust in there, but unlike the rest of the place, nothing's overturned.
Okay. It's just like one room though, right?
Yeah, it's like a small barracks area.
Okay. Um, I
Oh
will.
man, Hex is gonna have to sleep on the couch again.
I mean, how many beds are in here? Is it just the
There's a
one, or?
no, there's a multiple. There's about four.
Okay. Wow, perfect number.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk up to one of them. I'll take off my cloak and I'll
Yeah.
hang it at the bed frame, and I'll just immediately just collapse into the bed and
All
try
right.
and get to sleep.
There's also a few, what is it? Wardrobes on the sides. Mary's also gonna follow suit. Walking in. Uh, Also, so for each of the beds, there are drapes that you can pull across.
I don't think I'm like bothering with any of that,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. Okay. So I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
I rolled Constitution to see how well I sleep. I I don't sleep very well,
Mm.
so I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this to mean I get a short rest, not a long rest,
Oof.
pretty much.
Hey, at least for a warlock, a short rest is all you
Yep.
need.
Yep. So I get my spell slots back.
And I'm guessing you're rolling hit dice.
Yeah. Do when you roll hit dice, do you add your Constitution modifier to it too, or
Yes.
no? Okay, for each die rolled, or
Uh,
just in general?
I think it's for each die rolled, right? Comment.
Okay.
What?
Roll when you roll to heal up from
It's your hit dice plus your con. So if you
per
spend
dice
one hit
or
per dice, yes.
okay.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 3 of them then, so I'll have 2 left after this.
All right.
Oh, that is 3d8 plus 3. 16.
All right.
I am back to full.
But yeah, as you just clump down, Mary's, you hear some clinking and pulling of straps. You can hear
12
Mary's
years later.
getting off her armor. And okay, yeah, okay. No one else is in the room, so no one else sees anything else. But yeah, Claire, you're just clunked out. It's a long day for you. But yeah, so and no one's there to see Mary. So back to Jackson.
Um, Jackson's gonna kind of fold all his stuff and kind of just throw it in his backpack for now. Um, and is just gonna start. He's gonna walk over. He's gonna go down to that forge that they were talking about.
I'm guessing you would like Dawn to escort you.
Uh,
Actually, Yazga's still there.
if it's no bother.
Oh,
If it's no bother.
Dawn gives you a, oh, sure thing. I'd love to show you around. She's excited. Like she hasn't done this. Like she sounds like it's like a she hasn't done this in a while. Excited. Yazga is just walks down ahead of you guys, as if she's trying to finish some stuff up.
Try to quickly clean. Just.
But yeah, walking down, you see that there have been a few things smashed open, a few crates smashed open, a few barrels knocked down. Walking through the halls, you see that there's a few storerooms, a weapons room. And then passing another hallway, you see a what appears to be like a mausoleum.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a bunch of coffins there. A few are open, but the ones that are open are empty. And the other ones that are closed all seem to have specific decorations on them.
Gotcha.
Walking past that, you come up to like a workshop area. After taking a left turn, you see a forge there. You see a few smelteries, some workstations that you'd see that for levers, for tanning levers, making clothing, alchemy tables.
Yes, thank you. Oh,
No tinker station.
that's all right.
But yeah, like most of the artisan tools are here. That are used for crafting stuff.
All right, time to go to Xanathar's guide.
Yep. But yeah. And looking at the forge, it is a finely made forge, and looking at it, it's odd because the rock. Most times you'd know that forges require like some fuel. This one doesn't seem to need any. It just has glowing rocks in it.
Okay.
And taking a quick closer look, these rocks have like runes inscribed on them.
Jackson just kind of looks over them real quick.
So here's our workshop. The forge itself is particularly heated with fire runed rocks. Much more efficient than just burning wood or coal.
Man, can I get one of these for my home forge?
It is not suggested to pick them up though once they're activated.
Yeah, trust me. If I could burn my hand on flaming wood, I can imagine what it would feel like touching these.
But yeah, continuing on, you see a very nicely made, a very nice anvil, made of dark steel, and and it is slightly decorated, not too much, but it does appear a bit nicer than most anvils. Has like a little rose vine pattern on like its sides.
Okay.
And looking around, let's see, the smeltery appears to be like an early medieval blast furnace.
Okay.
So it's pretty big. Um, but yeah, Dawn's basically just telling you what everything is and showing you around. And what do you want to do with we won't be able to provide any materials, but you can use the forge and stuff.
Um, I have a handful of scraps. I won't be able to make any real big projects. And he
Mhm.
kind of takes out one of his notebooks and starts thumbing through the pages.
All right. All right. Okay. I'll leave you be. I still need to fix up the armor a bit.
Uh,
Um,
Thank you for
mhm.
showing me around.
No problem. It's been a while since I showed anyone around last time. 20 years ago. Well, I showed Norrison around. Anyways,
Hmm.
I need to go fix up my armor.
All
Um,
right.
so yeah, see you in a bit.
So yeah. Um,
But yeah, so she walks off and continues down the hallway before, and so basically there was like a continuing down hallway, but you guys took a little a route to the left.
all right. Jackson's just gonna sit here, kind of looking through his pages. Um, and he has like very brief sub notes
Mm-hmm.
on the alchemy stuff of Tendoka trying to mess with gunpowder or gun propulsion.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks at that, kind of looks around. I won't be able to mess with that here. There's, huh. I can change out my armor type. Yeah, I'll do that. And Jackson is just going to essentially spend a short rest here, and change his armor from the defender to the infiltrator.
Understood. So like a few minutes in after you started trying to get used to the forge and stuff because it's a different forge, so probably has some different tricks to it. After a few minutes of testing and stuff, you see the armored figure walk in, and Dawn, and you see Dawn once set up in a certain area, like a corner. You see
Hmm.
armor opens up, like let's see. So basically, what happens is the armor opens up, and
Is it like pseudo Iron Man armor?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And inside you see like there's a lot of padding because
I would hope so.
and you see Dawn just walking out of the armor, and the armor closing back up. Uh, but yeah, from what
Um,
you can guess, it would fit pretty snugly. If without the padding, it would fit pretty well. If she had flesh,
yeah.
basically.
Jackson kind of like cleared off part of the alchemy table.
Mm-hmm.
And on it he has his two thunder gauntlets. His notebook is open, and he's kind of moving, as well as he has the light crossbow on the table, and he's in the process of kind of like disassembling it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you're disassembling and stuff, you do feel a few quick glances from Dawn, looking over as she's just fixing up the joints and cleaning and repairing the dents in the armor.
Um, and then there gets to a point where Jackson kind of pulls out this kind of leather wrapping in a wood case, um, and he kind of very carefully gets it set. He puts on a pair of gloves and make sure his goggles kind of fit more snug, and very carefully opens up his thunder gauntlets and pulls out um this kind of this crystal that has different sigils
Hmm.
carved into it, and he's just going to very carefully set them down into the leather wrapping and wrap them up and set them in the wooden case. All right, that's the harder part. Set that aside.
All right.
Uh, um, and then as he kind of finishes disassembling the crossbow, he kind of takes the main body part and starts filing it down and messing around with it. I'll save that for scraps later. And kind of shoves that in his pouch, well, his bag. And then kind of takes the bow arm and kind of measures it out onto his gauntlet to see where it would need to sit to have the effect he wants. All right, just about there. And he kind of takes some spare metal scraps he has and kind of walks over towards the forge and is like, "All right, new play toy."
Yeah. Okay.
And
Looking around, you don't actually see a hammer. She's like,
hey Don,
oh, no hammer.
hammer?
Right. Yeah. She quickly gets up and walks towards one of the cabinets and quickly presses on it and then slides her hand across it for like in a pattern shape, and then opens up. She grabs like a hammer and tosses it and gives you a low toss.
Thanks.
Looking at the hammer, it is finely crafted. Dwarven make for sure,
Oh,
and pretty light, but it looks durable.
nice. And he's just gonna forge out a couple of small nails that kind of flare towards the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of goes to start adjusting the crossbow arms onto his gauntlet, and then and then kind of making it to where they can kind of bend down to where he can still wield his shield. All right, works nicely. Kind of flicks his arm out and extends the bow arms. All right, now here comes the fun part: installing the crystals.
Oh,
Any
turning around, you see Dawn, just looking over. Need help with anything?
uh Not really. I just have to be careful with reinstalling the power into the gauntlet.
I see. If it's not too much of hassle, I have some uh protection against what is it? Actually, what type of magic, I guess I should ask.
Evocation.
Any particular elements or
It does lightning and thunder. It's a minor shock.
I see.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just a minor shock.
All right.
And he's gonna take off the gauntlet and kind of set up the all the different magical tidbits as he kind of like takes out it's almost like a brush.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's a part of his smith's tools, and he just starts gently going down the gauntlet and starts inscribing sigils into it, and then does the same on the other side, and then takes out both of the thunder crystals he has and just very carefully sets them into the gauntlet and then closes it. All right, now you should work theoretically.
Oh, do you need to test it? As you see, turning
Would
around,
like
you
to.
see Dawn, standing on top of a shadow, Just trying to fix the headpiece, like the head area.
Yeah, I'd like to. Is there a spot that I can go?
Oh yeah. If you go, actually, I could. I wanted to see. I might as well see it. Yeah, follow me. You guys head off. So basically, you guys go out into the hallway. Travel down a little bit and go to the right this time, and you see like a little staging area where you see cuts in the ground, blast marks, all sorts of wear and tear. Like that combat has happened. Not too different from from where the training grounds that you've been to, but underground instead.
Okay. Thanks.
Actually, you can make use of my shadows. Uh, I can just keep creating more. They've they can take they're not really good at taking hits. They're pretty good at dodging. Would you like to give it a test, like a quick spar with it?
Wow, that's terrible.
Hmm?
Since I took a short rest, I was expending some hit dice.
Oh, remember to add your con.
So 3 times 5 is 15, plus 15. So 7 plus 15 is 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I'm back at full.
Nice.
Jackson's just gonna, um, he kind of just has his gauntlet on right now. Thanks, thanks for the offer. And he's just gonna aim towards one of the shadows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, the shadow sets up into one of the areas. Is she? Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So one of the shadow just standing there in a defensive stance. And it is holding like a great sword in a combative, like ready for combat.
All right. Jackson's just gonna let 2 shots out of the lightning launcher in quick succession.
Mm-hmm.
$17.
Okay, first one. So as you launch it, it would have been a direct shot if the shadow didn't bring up the sword, the great sword, and deflect the bolt in your next shot.
18.
This one, after deflecting the first bolt, it couldn't readjust the blade in time and gets hit and disappears.
Jackson just kind of like shoots the one bolt high, sees that he deflects, and just quickly turns his hand under and just fires one from the hip, more towards the midsection then.
All right. Oh, nice.
Oh, yes, it works.
Would this have been your first time ever making something like this?
Oh, this was something I messed around with when I was serving, but I never got around to actually using it.
I see. Huh. So,
Yeah.
wait, you said serving. Were you a soldier during the War of
Thunder and Flame, yes. Yes, I was.
I see. Um, Might I ask which side?
Well, it's kind of easy to tell which side. I'm from Tendoka.
All right. We Knights of Red didn't enter the war because, well, our job is protecting the world from a Shadowfell incursion. Anyways, you might wanna. Hmm. Uh, let's see. Right now we don't have much to give in the way of food or well, I did smell alcohol. And before you ask, no, I do not know why I can smell alcohol. Or smell, for the matter of fact, since I don't have a nose, as she just touches the nasal bone.
The hollow part.
Yep.
Well, it's fine. We still have a couple of rations in our packs.
Mm-hmm. All right. But yeah, you might want to head the rest since we'd be moving in the very early morning.
Yeah, probably.
Well, see ya. I still have to finish up with fixing up my armor. Took a lot of damage.
Uh, Thanks for showing me around the forge and the training grounds.
No problem. Also, if you see the Nora, the little goblin ranger, give her a wide berth. She's not used to talking to strangers.
Thanks for the heads up.
She nods as she returns back to the workshop and continues fixing up.
Um,
Mhm.
Yeah, Jackson's just gonna head to where he was told that the bunking area was.
Yep. So heading back, you don't pass Nora, but you do pass Reginald, the human-looking, very
Human
pale. Yeah, the human-looking, very pale-skinned spellcaster, I guess, from what you can tell. He's just going around, and he's just sitting in one of the dining chairs and just cleaning up a let's see, cleaning up a scroll and scrolling stuff down. Hello. Um,
Uh,
need anything?
no, I'm just heading over to where I was told the bunks were.
Ah, yes, the guest room. Do you need directions at all?
Uh, yeah, probably. I kind of forget where they were.
You're right. So basically,
Torch near a wall.
no. So basically, you go out towards the hallway, and walking down, you pull the torch, the second torch from the most furthest down into the wall.
All right. Thank you.
So you follow directions.
Yep.
Yep. You pull on the second torch. It doesn't budge.
I'll pull on the first torch.
You pull on the first torch. The door does open.
Jackson just kind of walks in, and then
Walking in, you see that there are 4 bunks and the wardrobes. You do notice that one of the beds seem to have drapes strewn over. And you see Mary just holding her amulet, amulet, and just speaking to it. Would you like to roll perception?
sure.
All right.
Nice. Natty 20.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So, as you walk in and listen in, you hear Mary just speaking. It's just saying. Give me a second to think. Hey, Gladys, it's been a while. I know you haven't been around for a good bit, but hope to talk to you sometime. It's been a long day, and I want to hear some of your stories again. And looking at her, she seems to be touching her the side, her right side, right below the arm, and a bit to the back, like she's just trying to comfort herself. Also, you do see that the amulet does give a little tinge of like a glowing tinge, and she does turn around and like, oh, hi, Jackson.
Hey.
Um,
Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just came in.
no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, but you do see that she's taken her before, but yeah, when she took notice of you, she quickly took her hand off of her side. I saw Claire wasn't sleeping very well, so I pulled the drapes over. I should probably be retiring as well.
It's okay to feel alone.
Hmm?
It's okay to feel alone. Sit with it.
Hmm? Uh, can you repeat the last part? I
It's
didn't.
okay to, it's okay to be alone. Sit with it.
And she just looks at you for a little bit and turns back around and just sits there for a little bit as if trying to listen for something, and then lets go and just undoes her hair and lets it down, and then pulls up the blanket and tries to sleep.
Uh,
Oh wait, also I should be doing what Wes is doing.
Sleeping.
Yeah, Wes just went to sleep. Like, he's out.
Uh, Jackson's just gonna sit on the mattress. Um, how comfortable is it?
Pretty good, honestly. Better than what normally is in a barracks.
Jackson's going to take out his bedroll and then
Hmm.
fold it onto the floor and sleep on that.
Okay.
And then takes his long rest.
All right. Claire.
Yep.
All right. So Claire, as you are sleeping, you wake up to see. Well, this is a dream sequence. You wake up to see a field of flowers, a familiar field of flowers.
Okay.
This field was on the same night that you met Saint Donna for the second time.
Yep.
It's peaceful here. Looking around, it's oddly quiet, unlike the time you were there with Saint Donna. And then you blink, and you see yourself in a dark room. A dark and extremely clean room. Sterile, in fact. And looking around, all you see is smooth stone. And in looking back in front of you, you see a small altar-like area. And in your hands, a knife. A bloody knife. And looking back up, a corpse. A corpse of a child. One that you had dissected and taken out a heart. A heart that has been partially crystallized. And you begin heaving. Your breath runs ragged. No, not this again. Gods, no, not this again. And you close your eyes trying to get your mind out of it, and it's just painful. It's painful. And you hear a familiar scream. A scream for help. A powerless scream. A mournful scream. And then you wake up in a dark room with drapes wrapped around you. And you're soaked to the bone in sweat. You shiver there in a long, silent, cold sweat. Echo's there beside you, holding your hands, trying to do his best to comfort you. And you sit there silently, trying to make sense of it all, trying so very hard to push all of it back. And you just sit silently there, trying to keep your cries stifled as best as you can, with a pillow in your face. And I believe we will end it there. Well,
we had to wrap it back around to depression.
anyways,
Oh my God.
yeah, we're gonna end it there on a sad and somber note.
Yep.
But anyways, to all the viewers, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please do give a like, comment, and sub. Maybe share it to anyone you think would enjoy this. Well, yeah, see you all next time then.